these are like in primo shape. Look at these. A lot of these are private collections. Check out the Barbies. Look at that. But it kind of reminds me of the one they had in Little Choo Choo. It's not running right now though. But they showed more scale trains in the showcase here. Hi friends, Todd here, and today we are in Spencer, North Carolina at the Museum of Dolls, Toys, and Miniatures. We're going to go inside and check it out. I've never been here before, and it should be pretty cool. And here's their sign out front, North Carolina Museum of Dolls, Toys, and Miniatures. And they have the QR codes here if you want to scan those. So when you walk in, you're going to see this giant teddy bear. Get a picture with him. He doesn't have a name yet, but his name's Teddy. We'll just call him that for now, but he's huge. I love this place, and we're going to walk around and take a look. And these are the admissions right here. So you can see that. And here's their, if you want to donate online too, here's their QR code. And they also have a guest book. But let me show you the gift shop real quick. So when you walk in, you're going to see the gift shop right here. Check this out. I used to have one of these when I was little. You got the big wheel. There you go. So I had big wheel, then a friend down the street had the green machine. Look at this. All these cool miniature Etch-a-Sketch. Got the View Master. There's your radio flyer. This is cool. I love how they have the miniature of the toys. Got stickers too. Got the nesting dolls from Russia. Those are neat. So really cool stuff right here in the gift shop. Transformers. Here's more of the miniatures. Oh, check this out. It's the Evel Knievel miniature version of the toy. That's awesome. And also Lincoln Logs. And over here they got some swag with t-shirts and sweatshirts. And also, check this out. They got the hat of the store here, the museum. This is great. So they just moved in, and you're going to see some amazing classic toys. A lot of these are private collections. Check out the Barbies. Look at that. This is great. Now that's a nice, I mean, I think a lot of these are probably handmade. These dresses. Yeah, look at this. Here I am whispering, but these are incredible. So beautiful. And over here you get more wonderful Barbie collectibles along here. Joe dishware. That's neat. And then over here, they were telling me up front, this is Spencer, Sir Spencer Harris. Make sure you get a picture with him too. It's like kind of their mascot. Then you can see some rare Barbies here. Somebody had an awesome collection. Yeah, this is great. Look at that. Now we'll go over here. Oh, look at this. One of the original Cabbage Patch Kids purchased at Craft Fair in 1975 in Louisville, Kentucky. That's one of the original ones. That is so cool. So we got some of the history of the Cabbage Patch. So they will have placards here. Look at Shirley Temple in her little outfit. There's some huge Shirley Temple dolls there. Those are great. Oh, look at this. This is like an entire Shirley Temple doll collection. So you're gonna find some rare stuff here like this. It's from the all these are from the 1930s. As you go down, you got 1950s and 60s. And down here, 59 to 62. And look at these. Here's the 80s when they came back out. And then you got some more down here. So if you're a lover of vintage toys, you have to remember a lot of this stuff is where it came from. Started with these dolls. Yeah, a lot of these. And also the tin toys, which I'm pretty sure they're going to have them here too. But they've got a lot of vintage dolls. A little marionette. Tony Sarge marionette from the 30s. This is great. Just a great appreciation. Because a lot of craftsmanship went into making these back in the day. Elizabeth back there in the back. Then over here, a lot of history. So take your time and read these. It kind of tells you the ancient history of these as well. How it all began with, you know, little toys and trinkets and dolls that were handcrafted. Yeah. Pretty impressive. The 1900s, and these are 1970s. It was 500 AD to 1800. Kind of tells you more of the history of the dolls. That's from the 1700s. Here's some more nesting dolls from 1890s. All the porcelain. There's your Raggedy Ann and Andy. There's the Campbell's Soup Kid right there. That's neat. And down here, getting a little more modern, more of the 70s. They got Pebbles, Rainbow Bright, Cabbage Patch. That one's almost lifelike. That's crazy. Oh, look at that Miss Piggy back there in the back. And that Strawberry Shortcake. Yeah. Just love seeing the history of toys and dolls. 1800s. Wow. And most of these are from private collections too. These are great. Just check out the Cupid dolls. There's your Cupies. Nice. Also from different countries like Germany, you're going to see different dolls. Look down here. This is stuff your grandparents may have had, or your parents may have had, or you might find them in your collection. These. Truman there. Wow. Oh, I like that Santa. Look at him. And some of these you may have never seen before. It's definitely worth coming to check it out. Look at these. And just every showcase is packed. These amazing figures and dolls. Yep, before action figures, this is what you were able to get back in the day. It's a nice little Barbie collection here. Oh, we love the fashions that Ken and Barbie would have. They'd match up for the years. It's funny, you know, the 50s, 60s, 70s. That's so cool. And from what I understand, a lot of the Barbies did start fashion statements. Now this is pretty amazing right here. Get the Gene Autry collection, Roy Rogers, cap guns and holsters. Man, these are like in primo shape. Look at these. Pretty incredible. Look at that. Lone Ranger.
So get Ideal's new Roy Rogers quick shooter hat at your favorite store today, and you'll always be ready for anything. Ask for Ideal's new Roy Rogers quick shooter hat.
With this secret trigger, it fires fast as you can handle it. This is Mattel's Durahide holster and Fanner 50. It fires roll caps too. Holster, Fanner 50, and rifle come in Mattel's Frontier set. $5.50 wherever toys are sold.
Little cap guns. These are like in amazing shape. And look at this Hopalong Cassie lunchbox and thermos. Look at that. 1936 to 1939. That's the original thermos. That thing's in amazing shape. And down here you get the cap guns. You may have had one of these when you were growing up. Man, this collection's amazing. Here's your pocket comic, Lone Ranger. Look at this with the chaps and everything. Wow, that's so cool. What a set that is. So neat. Love that. Little rocking horse down here. And you got 70 stuff. There's Captain Tennille. The Osmonds. Looks like Liz Taylor right there. Those two. Not sure who that is. If you know who that is, let me know. Got the man from Uncle. Iliad Kuryakin. There's the Big Jim. Grizzly Adams right there. Yeah, he was part of the Big Jim collection. I actually have him in my collection. There's Smokey Bear. Oh, he's in the whole Welcome Back Kotter. I've got Vinny and Kotter. I got those two. I need to get these other three in my collection from 1979. Barbie has Dorothy Hamilton. If you remember Dorothy. Oh, actually, you know who that is? That is Sam from Bewitched. Yep. There she is. Brooke Shields. That's awesome. These are great. We got Diana Ross. Of course, you got Lindsay Wagner as a Bionic Woman. Got Cher. You have Dick Tracy, and that's the one with Warren Beatty. And then Madonna. Happy Days. There's Bob Marley there. And there's Brooke Shields still in the box, and also Farrah Fawcett. Got some more figures down here. Look at all these. So cool. Now I'd love to have that. The Swedish Chef from the Muppets.
Din viskur, behov med smidig huskeborg, det spises spicy chili juice. The spicy spicy.
Got some trolls down here too. That's great. But I didn't know they made a cereal. That's awesome. Now kids back in the day, it had their doll, but it also have a stroller to push them in. Yeah, I got some of them over here, the babies, the porcelain ones. I'm so happy they preserved these older dolls. These things are in great shape too. Yeah, for generations. To share this with different generations, toy collectors. Little puppet theater right there. That's neat. This is a great little museum. And they also have this awesome diecast truck collection here for the Carolina Freight. Those are highly collectible. Anything Carolina Freight, if you find those, get them. So this is a great collection of diecast trucks. And of course the train museum's across the street. You're going to get your scale trains here. Oh, this one's cool where it has to cut out. You can see the inside of the trains. That's cool. More over here. There's a Burlington transportation truck. And of course you have your NASCAR. Yeah, great collection right here. Got a bunch of motorcycles down there too. I actually have a bunch of motorcycles in storage, but once I get my toy shack done, I'll show those off too. And it gets better and better, more scale trucks and trains right here, and these showcases. I love this one. Passenger train here, that's cool. Comet. Wow. And here's their scale train model set. I wondered if this was the one in Little Choo Choo. No, it's courtesy of Lionel LLC, Concord, North Carolina. But it kind of reminds me of the one they had in Little Choo Choo. It's not running right now though. But they showed more scale trains in the showcase here. You guys need to come out here and check this out too. They got a little area back here where you can have meetups and stuff like that. Maybe for collectors and stuff. I love their displays. A little model display there they did. Little hobos just passed out. So then we come over here. Get the G.I. Joe. Looks like a G.I. Joe Rat Patrol. That's cool. Oh, look. Got a flag there. G.I. Joe flagship. Nice. And then down here, some old toy games. There's the old Batcave. 1966. Wow. This one's cool. Look at that. But they do have the flag here. That's awesome. Now this is the G.I. Joe I grew up with right here. I get a bunch of those. I don't have many vehicles. Just want to show you this here. Nice collection.
Got one Joe, get some more. When you get 2 G.I. Joes, you can set up a scouting patrol, a forward communications post, even a Navy attack with frogmen. With 3 G.I. Joes, you can build a machine gun emplacement, with snipers too. The more G.I. Joes you have, the more exciting the battle action. And with all the authentic G.I. Joe equipment you can get, you'll have a new kind of realism playing soldier.
G.I. Joe, fighting man from head to toe, on the land, on the sea, in the air.
Hail, hey, oh, got one Joe, get some more. Yes, get more G.I. Joes. Then you'll be able to build the sort of battle scenes you've always wanted. Go down to your toy store and see what's new for you in G.I. Joe.
Boy, oh boy, it's a Hasbro toy.
Well, that's great they had the flag here. Then you got the 10 metal toys, toy trucks and airplanes. Look at that. This is a great collection here too. Wow. And they'll be adding more too. They're still moving stuff here from the old location. So when you come, it may be different. They'll have more stuff. Look at that. Little Viewmasters there. Then you go to Fisher Price. Toys. Nice. A lot of us grew up with these. I remember I had a boatload of Fisher Price. Well, I kind of inherited or hand-me-downs from my brothers. So, oh, I love this. Look at him. Kind of looks like Pluto with a hat. Yeah, it is. Pluto something there. I'm not sure when that was made, but it's probably from the 30s. That's cool. Look at the Peter Pan. So they have some Disney stuff. Look at Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. There's a Troll House. Classic Robin Hood book. And there's Mighty Mouse back in the back. More Tinkertoys. That big bird. This is neat, the old Girl Scout uniform with the Girl Scout dolls. Cub Scouts down here. And believe it or not, I can't remember, I think Mattel made these. These are the same guys who made the Big Jim series. I think they made, called Steve Scout, Bob Scout. I think they made those too, kind of a smaller scale. And you got miscellaneous. Little chef with the plates. The Junior Baking Kit. Love the teddy bears too. Look at this teddy bear. Got Teddy Ruxpin, Paddington Bear. Wow. Some nice ones here. Got some old ones too. And of course, miniature. I'll show you the miniatures too. That's what we're going into next. So all the different miniature furniture and characters. Look at the Peter Pan ones. Captain Hook and Smee back there. Wow, a lot of work. I always appreciate, especially the dollhouses, when they're so detailed. Look at that. The music room here. In his office. Another music room here. And this is called Yesterville Village. It's made by Margie and Dale Thompson. This is really neat. There's Scotty's gas station. There's the inside. Nice. This is great. Just the details. Like a little grocery store. Oh, she's getting married. Check that out. I love the little details under the stairs here. Got a kettle going. Here's a little dressing room right there. Just a lot of work. Here's the history of the dollhouses here. And each one has a placard. So they'll have stuff like this kind of telling you what it's about, when it was made, the history of dollhouses. A little hat shop here. Look at that. Little kitchen. I just love miniature stuff. Here's one you could actually buy back in the day. Keystone dollhouse. They usually were made out of either a real hard cardboard or metal. So I'm not sure if you can see the inside. Pretty cool, and that's how it would come to you. The old catalogs of Woolworths had their catalog, or Sears, and they would deliver it right to your home.
In the smaller Home and Garden Deluxe set, there's a living room that has a toy stereo with tiny make-believe headphones and records, and a cozy bedroom with a roll-top desk that rolls. There's also a gourmet kitchen. It's for little decorators with big ideas. Smaller Home and Garden Deluxe set. All this plus 69 other pieces. You have to put it together by Tommy.
These are great. It's like a handmade one here. That's nice. There's so many different showcases with this stuff. The detail is amazing. Look at this one. This one's huge. You got the laundry room here. You got the little entertainment room here with the bar. Billiards. Man, this one went all full out. Wow, that's so cool. The detail's amazing. Go in the front too. Love that bathroom. That's great. Let me go around the front. Here's the other side. This house is massive. The kitchen's amazing. The dining room. Got the kids' room here, the boys. That's their room there. Of course, you go downstairs. Here's the living room. Right there. Another bedroom. Then the library. Look at this. Wow. I wish I had a library like that. That's so great. And then they have like kind of smaller versions with amazing detail. Look at that. A lot of work. Wow. That's beautiful. So when you come here, yeah, just take your time and check out the detail. Here's a castle, like a throne. The queen's there. I'll put the king's over there near the fireplace. Get the knight, and you get the minstrel. There's another knight there. Yeah, so neat. And it's just called Castle Room. It's donated by Gail Houston. Now that's a cool way to display your doll collection. Really, that's pretty awesome. Quite the variety. It's kind of like around the world. Different cultures, things like that. Down here, all different animals. They have more showcases with more diecast. And believe it or not, the toy show in the area just recently. See that green car? The second one here from the blue, right there. That one there. I had that one, and I was actually looking for that today. No one had it, but it's right here in the toy museum. The diecast aeroplanes, little helicopter there. Miniature John Deere diecast. Neat display here. All these toys are all circus related toys. Very popular. The hippos. Those are cool. Yeah, it is awesome. Something like my dad had when he was growing up. He had a lot of circus toys. Look at this one. That's amazing right there. The horses. Different entertainers from the circus. Over here too, look at that. That's the Humpty Dumpty Circus. This room looks like it's a bunch of different showcases of dolls, miniatures, a little fairy house there, an old log or old stump. That's very creative. I love that. Little Christmas decoration here, ready for Christmas. It's down here celebrating. You got a little bedroom up here with this tree. Got more rare figures over here. Back in the day. Oh, these are so neat. There's another ones here. Looks like it's called the Great American Women. So there's Bessie Ross. So it's actually based on real people, real women of the American history. Great American Women. That's so cool. Great figures. Looks like they're all made of porcelain. This is cool. It's made of metal, and it's George Washington. It's a recreation of his carriage. Very cool. And this is neat. It's a Cabbage Patch Dolls of George and Martha Washington. And last but not least, I want to show you this doll collection here of Barbie and Ken. Wow. These are great. And it says the collection's in memory of Kathy Wood. Must be Kathy there. Yeah, great collection. And one more down here. Yeah, they're great here. They're very nice. And come see them. Yeah, if you're ever in Spencer, or if you're going between maybe Raleigh and Charlotte, if you have time, stop by here. It's exit 79, and it's right downtown. It's right across the street from the Transportation Museum. You can't miss it. It's an old strip mall that they've updated quite a bit, but I had a great time. So please subscribe, like, and all that good stuff, and comment. And we'll have more stuff coming soon. All right, you take care. Bye-bye.